It's the People of Color Subcommittee on the curfew.
Okay. 3,
The working people of color.
2, 1. Hi, N.A. Poe here with Occupy Philly Media. I'm here with Khadijah. She is from
the People of Color Working Group Subcommittee on the Philadelphia curfew, or an anti-curfew subcommittee.
So basically, I think you guys accomplished some stuff today. Why don't you let us know what you accomplished?
Yeah, no. This morning, about 80 of us walked into the city council meeting at 10 a.m. and 5 of us testified against the City Council Bill 110633, which has to deal with an amendment to the Philadelphia curfew, which makes the fines and penalties stronger, more strict, and it affects parents as well. And so we walked in, 5 of us testified, including 3 doctoral students, a professor, and other allies. And we tore up the house. I think we cheered, and we found out later they did not vote, and they did not vote because they knew we were coming.
They pushed the vote back because
They pushed the vote back because of us. Yeah, we've been telling people to call and telling them to call their council person and say they oppose this bill. And we heard that only a few minutes before we got there, they decided not to vote on it, so they could take incarceration out as a penalty for the Philadelphia curfew.
I think that's
pretty amazing.
That's what democracy looks like.
That's what democracy is.
Right. So we went down there and we made. Did any white people march with you?
Oh. Mostly white people, I gotta say. Yeah. White people represented today. It wasn't just people of color, it was actually beautiful. I think most of the people who spoke were people of color, but I think the support in the room was just wholehearted, diverse, across colors. It was just solidarity, what solidarity looks like.
Just one more quick question. Just for the curfew thing, for you out there, there was some flash mob issues in Philadelphia a couple months ago, but like basically your group is saying, basically it's kind of like a racist policy.
Yeah, I mean, basically, there are no pluses when it comes to the curfew, right? We have study after study that shows that there's no evidence that curfews actually work. But what we do know they work at is putting kids of color in jail. And we know policies already instituted in Philadelphia that detain random people, like stop and frisk. 75% of the people stopped are
me all the time.
Yeah, well, 75% of the statistics of people who are stopped and stop and frisk are African American. Only 8% of those lead to an arrest, right? So we already have a record of stopping people predominantly of color, then we know who this kind of law is going to target, and we know who's going to ultimately, lose out. And sending someone to 3 months in jail, or having their parents go to jail for 3 months because they were out too late, it's just absurd. It's
absolutely absurd.
It should be
absolutely absurd. And we're glad that Khadijah and her group went and took care of this. We're getting business done here.
Occupy Philly supported us. Thank you guys. We are Occupy Philly.
God bless.